I'm in the gym doing God's work. Life in your 30s. I came across this video on Instagram of this guy. I'm gonna actually tag him in this video. He was talking about, just to show him the subject that he was talking about. He was talking about how people in the UK, football supporters, this is about football supporters, where they rather see their team finish 11th or 8th in the Premier League than to finish second for 4 years in a row, like Arsenal. When I saw this video, right, it clicked. I was thinking to myself, the UK culture is so toxic that in football, you rather see your team finish 11th or 8th and diss the teams that finish second. We had a whole banter about Arsenal finishing second. It became the joke of the country. The same people who were making jokes about Arsenal are the same people whose team was finishing 5th, 4th, 8th or 11th, or even getting relegated. Even the teams that got relegated were dissing Arsenal for finishing second. Make it make sense. Again, let's talk about America. In America, right, if you really work hard and believe in your project, you have a business idea. America's got this culture. America has a business culture. You know, they've got a business culture. You start a business, you probably get 50% or 40% of the people supporting your business. You're most likely to make 100k in less than 5 years. In the UK, if you start a business or you have a business idea, people will automatically react negatively towards that idea. And it's most likely to take you 20 years or 10 years to make 100k in that business. This just comes to show the level of negativity and lack of self-belief there is in the British culture. British culture does not like confidence. Confidence comes across like arrogance. In Britain, we don't like confident people. We don't like people who believe in themselves. We don't like people who speak like they know what they're talking about. We don't like that. It's the culture here in the UK. And this is why there's only a small percentage of people who actually make it out of the rat race. People here are too content being in the rat race. People are very negative. People don't like to take risks. People look at other people who are positive, who are thriving, who are driven, who are motivated as arrogant. Make it make sense. You're actually content to finish 11th, 8th or 5th. You're not happy to finish second, even if it means 10 years in a row finishing second. You actually rather finish below second. You know. Anyways, yeah, it's a very hard thing to process, and maybe this is why so many people don't like Arsenal fans, because we Arsenal fans, we support our team and we big up our team regardless. We have that confidence. We're happy to finish second. We're still pushing it. Eventually, look what happened. We finished first and we won the league. Simply because we didn't give up. We kept that consistency. We kept pushing. And we won't focus on the other teams. Every time we finished second, we will only focus on the team that finished first. We will not focus on the teams that were at the bottom. Our main focus was at the top. And we were our biggest critics. We were our biggest critics. We were criticizing our manager, our players, what we need to improve on. Instead, when you look at how people were criticizing Arsenal, how people look at Arsenal, they're busy criticizing Arsenal instead of focusing on their team, what their team needs to improve. What does Chelsea need to improve on? What does Manchester need to improve on? They won't even focus on that. They will just focus on Arsenal finishing second. Imagine that type of mentality. It goes back to, if you want to start a business, especially in the UK, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut and surround yourself with people who want to finish second or first, and who their main objective is to finish first and want to get out of the rat race. Focus on those people. Focus on surrounding yourself with those people. Don't focus on people who are content being in their job for 40 years or counting on pension. I want to retire when I get to this age. When I'm 75, that's when I retire. I'm just saving my pension, being in the rat race. If you're a business person, you're an entrepreneur, and you're a driven person, exclude yourself from those type of people. There's a lot of those type of people in the UK. A lot. And in the UK, it's really hard to find people who are on the same page as you. And the people who usually are on the same page as you, who are driven and motivated, are the people that live in the country. These are the people that clocked early on. Nah, the UK is not the right place for me if I want to get to that next level. They just moved to America, to Dubai. Most of the influencers that I follow that got big companies like the clothing brand 247 represent. They moved to America. Gymshark, you know, all these big corporations, big companies started by young people. They just moved to Dubai and countries that actually embrace business and entrepreneur culture. They didn't stay here because down here is negative. It's just negative. You can't make it. You can make it, but it will take you longer to make it. If you really gotta have a strong mind. You gotta have a strong head on your shoulders to make it in the UK. Because everywhere you turn, it's just people with negative energy, negative vibes, negative mentality, way of thinking, you know. But yeah, follow for more content.